3D printing, it's everywhere. And to some people, it's the solution to problems that never needed solving. Camera manufacturers spend millions making cameras smaller and lighter, then completely reasonable people like me invent a cup holder for my camera so I can drink coffee while I film. The extra weight makes the footage more stable too. Now, this camera cup holder is actually kind of useful, but not everything people are 3D printing is. Camera gear is expensive, so naturally people started printing accessories to save a few bucks. Some of them are genuinely brilliant, others could cost you thousands of dollars in camera damage. So today, I'm testing some of the dumbest 3D printed camera accessories I could find online. And if you think I'm an idiot and want to try them yourself, I'll leave links to all of them in the description. Starting off strong, we have something so stupid. The fact that someone unironically uploaded this has me baffled. This is the vacuum pump for photographic vintage lens cleaning. I printed it in TPU as recommended. Not only is it so much smaller than my actual air blower, but it's so much weaker. A 2-year-old could blow air more efficiently. Here are a few tests to show you just how shitty it is. I sacrificed a Cheez-It for this, and if you're a day one, you know those are my favorite snacks. Next, I thought a candle test would be good. And as you can see, it doesn't work. Save your filament, kids. You can buy a real air blower for $6 on Amazon. Next up, we have this. It's a camera cold shoe splitter. The creator mentioned that you can mount up to 4 accessories. It features a 3-piece design, which I felt was very unnecessary. I could have just created a single design and made these parts way beefier. I was also unable to mount 4 accessories at once because the cold shoes were way too close to each other. That and the design is built to fail. Like, look how needly this part is. Ah, shit. My light actually broke. I thought the 3D printed piece would break. No! After breaking my own accessory demoing this, I've decided to take my anger out on the cold shoe splitter. Regardless, this one ain't it, chief. Next up, we have an accessory that you should never consider printing. It's called the SmallRig side handle. Well, that's what it's based on, and I decided to make this one because I have the handle it's modeled off of. Now, cameras are expensive, but side handles are not required to take nice photos or videos. So feeling like you need to make this instead of spending less than 20 bucks for a metal one feels backwards. The design is thin and brittle, and I wouldn't trust this with a crop sensor camera, let alone my A7 IV. Plus, it would have made sense to add a cold shoe on top of this. Then I could add my 4-in-1 cold shoe splitter. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. SmallRig handle, more like small twig handle. Next up, we have the Sony A-mount overhead mount, which isn't really a terrible idea, but if you need to store lenses overhead, then maybe you need less lenses. Anyways, let's stress test the setup with this really gross lens I found in a disgusting box of cameras on Facebook Marketplace. If you want to learn about that box of cameras, check out my YouTube membership.
What is up? Are you guys ready for the stupidest test yet? Well, this camera accessory might be the most practical one on the list. So that means we need to have the most impractical tests involved. First, we're gonna test this rake, just in case somebody breaks into your house and starts raking all of your stuff. It passed. So imagine your kid is upset with you, so they throw their skateboard at your lens collection. Okay, that was pretty impressive. Next, we're gonna test this axe in case The Shining happens in your house. Wear eye protection if you do this. Okay, it failed immediately. There's a fire in your house. Will your lens mount survive? Whoa, ho, ho. The answer is no. It's a dumb idea. Ow, hot.
Lastly, we have the stupidest accessory yet. This is the one that gave me the idea for this video. Let me present to you the most frustrating thing I've ever tried to print/assemble. Whoever designed it did a great job with the modeling, but the intended file should be made out of metal, not plastic. But at least they specified certain fasteners and all thread for the project. Yes, all thread arms. But that's actually the biggest issue. The fasteners didn't work with the design. They also mentioned tapping holes for the all thread, but buying a thread tapping kit at Harbor Freight would negate any savings you would have by 3D printing this model. But I went to Lowe's anyways and found the needed fasteners and all thread. Then I proceeded to fondle my nuts in the middle of the store. I had to buy a hacksaw because I had no other way to cut the all thread, so at this point, I'm in it almost $20. Afterwards, I spent probably an hour cutting the all thread and trying to fit the hardware into the plastic. With creative solutions, I was able to make it come together, and then something drastic happened off camera. But that's the beautiful thing about 3D printing. So I printed another piece. I also noticed that the bolt specified for the camera itself is way too long, so I redesigned and printed a new one. Now, I don't trust this design with any real camera, so we're gonna use my wife's little point and shoot. As you can see, this is scary as hell to use. Could it work in a pinch if you already owned everything needed to make it? Sure, I'll give you that.
Just don't.
Everything shown in this video has been made with my Elegoo Centauri Carbon 3D printer. Elegoo is sending me their new Centauri Carbon 2. So if you'd like to see a comparison between them in a video, let me know in the comments.
Peace.